Hello everybody, welcome to dude, I'm not gonna be happy making this video, bruh. I'm definitely not gonna be happy making this video. So this guy called, oh, it doesn't show the channel name here? Oh, here. Mr. Booone, it isn't showing, but his name is Mr. Booone, made a video called, Yes, NSFW is Art. Yeah, I don't know, bruh. I don't know, bruh. I really know about that, G. That's gotta be just stupid. And it's a stupid thing I've heard multiple people online say, and they don't know what they're talking about. They really don't. They really don't. Now let's just roll the video, and we will make our arguments like mid-video.
NSFW art is art. Don't let Puritans make you think otherwise.
Puritans? What the fuck? Dude, we are 5 seconds into the video, and it is already called us a Puritan. Okay? Sure, bro, sure, whatever you say.
Something so deeply exhausting about how aggressively and anti-NSFW internet culture has become over the past couple years. Not because people dislike or like art, that's totally normal. Everyone has different tastes and boundaries. What's frustrating is how online puritanism has
Okay. My bad, I'm gonna let the video continue.
Evolved into this bizarre moral performance where people act as if the mere existence of cool art invalidates all artistic value entirely. You see it everywhere, especially in comment sections. And while I try with my videos to destigmatize NSFW scenes and art, you'll still see the odd aggressive hyper-Puritan in my comment sections.
Oh
and that's
my god, dude. This shit is already pissing me off, bruh. So, he said, he already called us a Puritan like 5 times, and he's trying to destigmatize pornography. But here's the thing, it was stigmatized in the first place for a reason. Porn addiction is real, and we will talk about that. If he tags on those topics, we will talk about that. But not really, everyone dismisses the topic of porn addiction because they say, oh, even though it affected you, it didn't affect me as much, so it's automatically okay. And I told this one guy, like back then, that we don't measure things by the if, we measure things by when it happens. We could say, oh, I'm not addicted to drugs, but he is. Since I am not addicted to drugs, and most people aren't addicted to drugs, this is not harmful. Which is completely not true. Drugs are bad, and by the same correlation, the same point that I made, you guys have to understand that porn is also bad. It's just not a good concept. It doesn't matter what you tell me. It doesn't matter.
I aim to continue making these videos, even if we're coming around the 1-year mark of me getting terminated for trying to destigmatize not safe for work. Because if
Yeah, I wonder why you got banned, because this platform is full of children. Like me. And I'm forced to literally tell these people that it's bad. I shouldn't be the one telling you guys this. I should not be the one telling you guys that pornography is not a good thing. You guys should be the one teaching me about this, but you guys aren't. I had to figure out this shit out on my own. By my own sacrifices. By my own stuff. Dude, I have so much hate towards pornography in general. It doesn't matter what category. If you're RL, if you're drawing, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're just a bum. You are just a bum.
I get these kinds of comments, just imagine actual artists. Anytime an artist draws attractive characters, explores or even has a slightly suggestive image in their work, there's immediately a flood of people screaming, "Gooner bait," as if they've uncovered some grand moral failing. It doesn't matter how
But it is grand moral failing. Dude, sex has become so common. And it has also become so dirty. Sex back then was literally about intimacy having a child. Dude, people abort the child that they get nowadays. And why do they abort it? Because they don't want the consequences of sex. They just want the sex in question. Dude, what the fuck? You're so retarded. You are so retarded, I'm sorry.
Technically impressive the animation is, how good the character design is, or even how much effort clearly went to the work. To these people,
dude, so what if the art is good? So what if the art is bad? An object is not an object. If I show you a cube, right? That cube is a cube. If I make the cube be painted like by Picasso, if I make it have the Starry Night painting on it, literally, it will be the same cube. If I make it ugly, it will be the same cube. If I destroy it, it would still be a cube. I don't get your point here.
Well, the presence of sexuality instantly overrides every other aspect of the art. These motherfuckers
Bro, let's continue.
Fuckers would be screaming Gooner at classic art back in the day. Like, shit you not. You know?
No, the fuck we would not, because that shit had a meaning. Porn doesn't have meaning. If the classic art drew boobs or they drew like a small penis in there, bruh, that's because art has other stuff put into it. It has other symbolism. But porn is still porn.
Honestly, what's even more frustrating is that the art barely even has to be sexual anymore for people to react this way. Sometimes all it takes...
What's that show's name that he just showed? Wait, let's rewind.
The art barely even has to be...
Yeah, this show, didn't it have like a whole lot of jiggle physics? That was some whole other bullshit that I honestly forgot. But it was valid. If I remember correctly, it was completely valid.
Anymore for people to react this way. Sometimes all it takes is a cute woman existing on screen. A female or male character can be doing absolutely nothing provocative, and you'll still see a flood of comments calling it.
Do you see this hip to waist ratio? Dude, that is a 45-degree angle. And you'd expect me to have this body ratio. Dude, this is fictional. I'm sorry, this is fictional.
Gooner bait, simply because the artist made them conventionally attractive. Stylish proportions, expressive eyes, fashionable clothing, and suddenly people start acting like the image only exists for lonely.
Fashionable clothing? Alright chat, welcome to the new brand of clothing, Balenciaga, as in Balenciaga but NCB. So today we're gonna have a new brand. It's called the Artistic Strap. It's basically a dildo, like you know those dildo boxers that you put in your hips if you're a woman. Yeah, it's gonna be that, but it has a Star Night Sky on it. I'm a genius. Wait, I'm such a genius. Wait, I'm so tough. I'm so tough.
Men and women online. At a certain point, it stops feeling like genuine criticism of over-sexualization and starts feeling like people are uncomfortable with the attraction itself. An Instagram cosplayer I follow perfectly
Alright, let's check about cosplay, comics, anime, 21k TikTok. That's her email, Daphne NYC, Sock7, Linktree. Dude, she looks like she has an OnlyFans, I'm sorry. But what is he saying? Oh yeah, he was talking about the actor on Instagram. Is that Sasuke in the corner? In the bottom? No, that's not Sasuke. I mistake the white part for a ninja headband. I'm sorry.
Amplifies good criticism of sexualized art because, contrary to popular belief, there is a time and a place for art to exist.
Sure, bro, sure. A time and a place. When?
His cake is a term in comics for blatantly fan-servicey art. Well, sometimes it's just not the right time and place for it. Let's look at something from Heroes in Crisis. This is a scene where Barbara Gordon is recounting an incident in The Killing Joke where she was shot, stripped naked, and had nude photos sent to her family. So maybe it's not the best time for a gratuitous bit of cheesecake.
It's why artists like Balak don't suddenly start inserting fat in his Superman opening, and even plays down the of a traumatized character like the Bride in Creature Commandos. But not every situation is like this, and most criticism is made out of bad faith, leveled at them on regular posts, not even trying to be taken seriously, just something they wanted to draw for
Wait, rewind?
Leveled at them on regular posts, not even trying to be taken seriously, just something they wanted to draw for fun. One example that genuinely drove me insane was the recent teaser for Scarlet Skips. The game is so obviously not meant to be taken seriously. It feels less like a major commercial project, and more like an excuse
Yeah, I'm gonna say this again.
meant to be taken seriously. It feels less like a major commercial project, and more
wait. Take off the subtitles. Hip to waist ratio, 45-degree line. Again.
and more like an excuse for its creator, Yerk Diff, to have fun experimenting with a 3D model and making something goofy in their spare time. And yes, monetizing it. What a shocker. Yet the trailer exploded across social media, and suddenly everyone was acting as if they'd uncovered some...
That jiggle physics? No. I didn't see that
exploded
shit.
across social media, and suddenly everyone was acting as if they'd...
Dude, that's jiggle physics. What the fuck? Yo, I promise you, Yerk Diff, or whatever his name is, will have not added the jiggle physics if it was gonna... My bad. It wasn't gonna add the jumping rope minigame if he was gonna add the jiggle physics. He's just doing it because he's a porn addict. Do you understand? Dude, jumping ropes. Who wants to hop on a game, let's say GTA 5, and jump ropes? Oh no, my dad is calling me. Yo, Dad, I just wanted to tell you, right? That when GTA 6 releases, I'm going to jump ropes on it. Is that okay? Yeah, okay, bye, Dad.
Uncovered some grand deception. Comment sections were flooded with complaints about fan service and accusations that the game was dishonest.
Dude, again, hip to waist ratio. Do you not understand?
And endless posts about how it was supposedly...
Oh, you have to censor it. Wait, if you have to censor it, why is it not Goombait? If you have to censor something, then it's bad. What the fuck? Is it stupid? Wait, am I funny for the rage bait right now? Is this deadass rage bait? I can't tell. I deadass cannot tell.
Evidence of some moral decline in gaming and game creation. The thing is...
Dude, he talks like a moral decline. Like morality is a bad thing. Dude, you're picking and choosing whether morality is good or not. If morality wouldn't exist, I would have been shooting up a school right now as we talk. I would have been live streaming it, the police will not care. Morality is important. It's a key factor to our society and its stability. We literally cannot live without morality. And if you make it a bad thing, if you rule morality as a bad thing, we would all go to hell. Like, not religiously, physically. I mean, as in go to hell metaphorically. Because it would just be a hellhole. Yes.
None of this was hidden. A quick look at the creators' social media makes it immediately obvious what kind of content they make. They've openly posted not safe for work animation for years.
Oh my days, this is retarded. Wait, so you want us to not call him the Yerk guy's work? He wants us to not call Yerk's work fucking Gunner bait? But then he makes porn, he makes Gunner art, he puts jiggle physics, the hip to waist ratio, he puts literally fucking everything that counts as Gunner bait, and then he wants us to not call it. Oh my days, you're so smart, but if you're watching this, you're so fucking smart.
And Scarlet Skips wasn't pretending to be anything else. The spiciness wasn't being smuggled into an otherwise innocent project, it was right there on the surface from the start. What frustrated—
Dude, then why do you want us to not call it Gunner bait? You're contradicting yourself. Alright, so in the beginning, he said that a thing that infuriated him about the Scarlet Skips phase, is that what it's called? Yeah, something like that, was that people were calling it Gunner bait. But when it was just a passion project. Stain described it to be a porn, semi-porn game, and it's not Gunner bait, by the way. And it's not Gunner bait. Sure, bro, sure. Whatever you say, big dog, whatever you say, you're so smart.
Me wasn't that people disliked it. You're completely free to find it unappealing, immature, or even obnoxious. What drove me crazy was watching people treat an obviously tongue-in-cheek passion project as if it were some malicious attempt to corrupt gaming culture. Instead of engaging with what the game actually was, people immediately jumped into calling it Gunner bait and declaring it a symptom of society's collapse. No one should have their art shit on just simply because they drew a character in an attractive way, because that mindset becomes incredibly limiting for artists. Animation, comics, gaming, and illustration have always relied on style.
But it's not hard. It's not hard to not draw porn. It's a willing thing. You willingly put it. You literally put boobs, like not regular boobs. I mean like gigantic, ginormous, jiggling boobs on a character. You choose to do that, and it's not limiting. It's not limiting at all. You don't get it. You just don't have to draw it. You just gotta don't draw it. That's all. That's all there is to it. Literally.
And aesthetic appeal. Characters are supposed to look memorable and visually interesting, but modern online discourse often flattens all that into a cynical assumption that any attractive female design—
Dude, characters are supposed to be interesting. Yeah, this is not interesting. This is not interesting. This is a whole other thing. Interesting is unique. If you're gonna make a character's boobs big, it was cool the first time. No, it wasn't cool. It was unique the first time. It was unique the second time. Then it was just boring. Literally everyone started doing it. I don't know what you're seeing to make it seem like modern gaming is just all normally modeled, normally drawn women. It's not. The market is full of porn. I can literally go on Steam right now and fucking first result. No, not first result. I probably have to scroll a little bit down. Would be Farm D. If you don't know what that is, look it up on Steam yourself. Farm D. You'll know.
Must secretly exist for fetishistic reasons. And the worst part is just how repetitive and intellectually lazy the criticism usually is. Frequently you'll see addicted, Gunner content, degenerate, no artistic value. You could show these people beautifully rendered illustrations, stylized animation, or genuinely creative visual storytelling, and they'll reduce the entire thing to Coomer slop. Because
I said this previously. Dude, a object is still gonna be an object, even if you change it. So if you want to make a character attractive, but you want to put it in a story that's so exciting, that's Jujutsu Kaisen level, that'll make me feel like a kid again, but the character is still Gunner slop, then it's still Gunner slop. I don't get it.
They saw cleavage for half a second. Online discussion around art has become less about understanding a creator's intent and simply dogging on them for being a Gunner who wants to get people addicted to corn. So
But okay, wait. Is this tech? So I make porn, and then somebody calls me out saying, dude, you're contributing to something that is harmful. This is not cool. You are part of the problem. Then I'm gonna say, no, I'm not part of the problem, because I never said that I want you guys to get addicted to it. Is this tech? Wait, am I Albert Einstein? Wait, I'm so tough.
Real holier-than-thou shit when they can simply click away. Ghost in the Shell releases promotional still.
Okay? So what if I click away? They're just gonna continue doing this. If I don't manually tell them the problems, they're just gonna keep doing the problems. Literally.
of their upcoming throwback 80s styled anime, and all anyone can talk about is the fact that the character is shown with a fat ass. The show isn't going to entirely be this, mind you, and neither was the film, but God forbid there be one single image that is slightly sexy. If a YouTube animator, illustrator, or indie creator starts doing NSFW work, the reaction is usually embarrassment or mockery. Whenever people ask what happened to this artist, and the answer is, they dropped now, it's almost always framed like a downfall, like they failed somehow morally, like they
But what? Is it not a downfall? You're selling your body, no, not your body. You're degrading the sexual act to nothing but entertainment, to nothing but like an episode to watch. And you could have actually done something with actual structure in it other than just pointless, mind-numbing porn. And you could have got a way better result. I'm gonna say it again. We don't mock, we don't trash talk, we don't criticize any of the artists for no reason. We are doing it because it's a problem. It's a heavily ongoing problem. That's why.
abandon real art. You often see this especially with older YouTube animator communities. I absolutely adore Chazington, but anytime he talks about animation, specifically older animation, he feels the need to constantly dunk on them if they're doing not safe for work art. That is just the norm, unfortunately, on
Unfortunately? Sure.
mine.
Who used to make a bunch of parody stuff until stopping to pursue a more lucrative career, porn. He animates porn.
Okay, well, I guess the right term is like mature animation loop. It's gonna be one of those. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those.
Animating that booty frame by frame.
Anyone doing art is basically a punchline, as if doing like art somehow erases years of talent, creativity, and technical skill. The reality is that many of these artists move to not safe for work art because it's one of the few areas online where artists can actually make money consistently.
Dude, make money? That's the reason what they're doing, money? That's a... Actually, no, I'm not gonna say that to say. Because all of the Reddit atheists in my comments are gonna come after me. But what I'm saying is... money is not a real objective. You'd rather switch your whole moral structure for bread. That is extremely horrible.
Revenue is incredibly unstable, and especially so for animators. Algorithms are brutal. Social media visibility is collapsing for many of these people, and platforms consistently suppress artists unless they are...
Wait. Yeah, he showed this. It had a huge character with huge moves in it. So, social media visibility is not good for NSFW artists too. I promise you, bruh. Even if it's for money, I would have literally gotten a better time, not making money, but keeping everything else, keeping my reputation stable, and continue making normal art.
is collapsing for many of these people, and platforms consistently suppress artists unless they are already massive. For a lot of creators, adult commissions or subscription platforms are simply more sustainable, and there's no shame in going to them.
Shows I tried to sell shows and nobody wanted them, and so I had to pay the bills, my bills, and it was the OnlyFans boom. And so I had that character that I used to draw, and I just tested it, and yeah, it was actually it worked. Like
Oh
people.
my god! She has her boob in her shoulder. What the? No, not her shoulder. Is that her pose? She has her boob in her pose. What the fuck? Yeah, not gonna pay. By Mr. Boone's words, by the way.
Actually pay for, and actually the people that pay for are actually very, very nice people.
So because they're nice, it means that it's correct. And if I'm not nice, it means that I'm not correct. Okay.
W consumers, the one that actually pay, you know, that is following artists and supporting artists, are actually the best fucking crowd. They're the best one. You don't have an hint of toxicity you find in kid shows fandoms or more respectable shows fandom or any shows.
Yes, I would call it respectable instead of like normal shows. It's because he knows that this shit is not worth. It's not worthy of a good reputation. It's imp to imp. It's troglodyte to troglodyte. It's two of the same type of people communicating. My bad, I muted it.
Ripping their throats about the most stupid thing, and no, it's super respectful in the NSFW community.
This has pretty much solidified itself in the way people talk about going to the dark side of animation. While I wholly agree that it's incredibly cringe that some people harass artists into joining the dark side in the first place, I find it almost even more cringe that people vilify those who draw spicy commissions for a living, when there's literally nothing wrong about drawing fat anime
So he's just gonna ignore the porn addiction? Sure.
As long as they're not up to some Shadman bullshit, and they're not threatening to draw revenge corn of people, there is literally no such thing as a dark side to not safe for work art.
But there is, and we have talked about this before. Dude, it is morally wrong to literally dumbify sex to just entertainment. As I said before, sex was supposed to be about making a child and expanding your family. Now it's just about having fun. Dude, if I wanted to have fun, bro. If I wanted to have fun, I would have gone and played games.
Literally just a different kind of art that you might not be for. Artists have explored for centuries. Renaissance paintings were fully nude, and classic literature is often full of erotic themes.
Okay, so back in the video, like in the very beginning, he said that people would laugh at classical paintings like it was different. Like it was a different tier of porn. But now he's classifying it together with porn. Could you decide on a tier for classical art?
Film, music, photography, sculpture, and painting have always used as a part of artistic expression. An amazing 8-bit lewd artist I follow, Lux, put it into words better than I ever could. Sensuality and sexuality are inherent facets of art throughout time. This is extremely normal, even mundane, part of being alive. The freedom and ability to convey...
It's normal? Like, it's normal. It's normal to reproduce, but you guys doing it the wrong way. There is a right way of reproducing, there's a wrong way of reproducing.
Through art has helped me become more fully realized as a person and creative. Lewd art is...
And creative? What's the creativity here?
It's an indulgence and escapism, but it is also an expression of liberty, which I do not take for granted, as distribution platforms become increasingly intolerant to it, and their arbitrary regulations warp creative decisions and, consequently, consumer preferences. The internet somehow convinced people that content automatically makes art shallow, despite human sexuality.
Yeah, let's begin again. So, this one isn't even a 45-degree angle. I'm just going sideways. Dude, her waist is bigger than her hips.
One of the most universal subjects imaginable. While most of this feels like something you could pin on Gen Z, since there's been a growing conversation lately about how younger online audiences seem unusually uncomfortable with sex compared to previous generations, I think this goes for a lot of people from any age bracket. You see it constantly online these days. A show like Chainsaw Man, which at its heart is really about emotional turmoil of growing up stunted, isolated, and completely disconnected from genuine intimacy, gets reduced to a gooner show simply because its first arc revolves around Denji wanting to touch or they allude to a very human thing, desire. But the desire is never the exact point of the show. It's a teenage brain desperately trying to understand connection, affection, and love through the only language it thinks it understands. You would think that with unlimited access to art, communities, and self-expression, people would be more relaxed about fictional. Instead, a lot of online culture became deeply judgmental and paranoid. Platforms like TikTok and Twitter reward outrage and moral grandstanding. Publicly shaming people gets engagement. Being the first person to post a gooner bait gif at Instagram instantly signals that you are smarter, pure, and less corrupted than many people enjoying it are.
We are? So, it's the same thing with people who rob. Do you think you are better than someone who robs banks? If yes, then we think that we are better than people who drop porn. Because we don't.
Even really criticism anymore. It's just social positioning. A bunch of people trying to feel better than others, when they themselves are probably projecting and violently gooning themselves.
Dude, I have seen this argument, posted, around. And people are saying that, oh, people who criticize it are usually the ones, gooning themselves in secret. Dude, here's an explanation to that, right? We criticize the arts because we saw it firsthand harming us. Literally. Dude, you don't understand the things that pornography does. Dude, I was so low. I started wanting to watch COD porns. No, I couldn't live with myself. Dude, I started to become a PDF file. Yes, you heard me right. All because of porn. All because of internet. Not because of you retards talking like it isn't a big deal.
And honestly, some artists contribute to this culture as well. There's this weird resentment that occasionally appears towards not safe for work artists because adult content often gets more attention online. You'll see artists passive-aggressively mocking those creators, acting as though they took some easier, lesser path, as if drawing up work requires no effort whatsoever. Well,
but it doesn't. If we're doing it for money, it's because it's easier to make money than normal art. And now you're saying it's not easy?
I'll repeat this again and again and again. The truth is, actual good, not safe for work art that gets followings and people paying for it, it still requires anatomy knowledge. It still needs composition, rendering, character acting, color theory, animation skill, and importantly, visual storytelling.
To make your pieces actually go beyond if you started a drawing, it's like, well, maybe make a little story.
Dude, it's a bit fluctuating. I can't take this shit anymore. Nah, I'm good, bro. It's been 30 minutes. I'm gonna edit this shit and I'm out. I'm good. I'm good on that.